God has a special place in hell for landlords in Accra. When you wake up in the morning, take a few seconds, sit on your bed and see Accra landlords and agents. Because some of the agents, they know what the landlord is doing. Pretend like they don't know and take your agent. Me bray as at 10 p.m. Now I didn't know I was going to sleep. That allegedly he has people at rent control. Allegedly he has paid people, like he has paid the police people in Jowuluko to Babi, Nima police station, all those places. If you go, the case will be foolish case. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the POV. In fact, this is a whole new season. So welcome to a new season of the POV podcast. My name is Naneke Adepa and I am your host. It's been a while. I've not posted in about 3 months. And see, let me just say that the devil has worked overtime in the past 6 months or so to bring me down. It just didn't work up until last month. No, we are in May, so in March, ending of March. Okay. All right. So now let's get into the story time. Today it's my story. Okay. When I finish in time D, I'll read some of your stories because I know it's been a while and my DMs has been filled with why haven't you read my story? Why is my story this? Why is my story that? So let's do that and then get your story out of the way. Okay. Yeah. So basically, last year I was looking for a place to stay. I was looking for a chamber of self-contained in town because I used to live in Spentex and I needed to be in town because I started working for a content house. I know you've seen me shoot for a platform called Daily Job and another angle, and yes, it's for another content house. So I shoot for them. All right, good. I work with them. So now I needed to get a place in town so I can be able to get to work quickly every day and shoot early in the mornings and things. And so I contacted an agent. First of all, I kept looking for a place myself around October, but I wasn't finding a place. So one lady introduced me to an old man in Asylum Down to help me get a place in town, like somewhere around Jolu, Abilekuma, Abilinki, sorry. So Jolu, Abilinki, Kotobabi, Kokomlemli, around all those areas to see if I can get a space because my office is at Asylum Down and I need somewhere close to my office space. Yeah, I'm trying to save on transport. All right. Good. Now, this lady introduces me to this old man who also introduces me to an agent. Right. And the agent's name is Victor. I'm going to name drop because I feel like with what I've experienced, people need to stay off this particular agent and the landlord himself that he introduced me to. Because see, you let me get into it. So he introduces me to this man. I go and meet him. He shows me a place. And I even went to see it with a colleague of mine at work. And then when we saw it, in fact, she was giving me eye. She was giving me eye. I should have literally listened. Sitting here remembering it, I should have listened to what she was saying. Because she was just giving me, I don't take this place, don't take this place. And then I told the agent what and what I found problematic about the place. For example, I found the exterior of the place a problem because there was a lot of renovations going on. And then I entered the space they want to give me to rent because it's a story building, like 3 or 4 stories or so. I'm on the 3rd floor. Yes, I'm on the 3rd floor or the floor before the last floor. Yes. And I enter and there's no water. Like, when you're checking the place, you open the tap, you check the electricity, you check drainage, you check things, right? So I open the tap and it's not flowing. And I'm like, hey, water is not flowing. I can't take this place because I'm trying to find a chamber and also self-contained that I can use for a studio. Like I can use the living room for a studio and then I'll live in the bedroom and then more or less like my workspace is my house. Simple as that. I can shoot in the house. I can feel free, bring anybody. And without water, I can't bring anybody to come and film with me. It's not fair to the person, nor is it good for my image, right? So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And then this man goes ahead and be like, I'm talking about the agent, Victor in question. Oh no, the landlord said he's coming to fix the issues. The landlord said he's coming to do this. He's renovating that. He came back from America and he's trying to resolve it. And he came to meet the place messed up because the people that live GMS, the place up there are plenty talking. And I'm like, okay, if you're telling me that this man is going to resolve all these issues, all right, give me a couple of days. Let me think about it. And then you know how Accra houses, right? When you see it and you feel like, yeah, I can pay for this, and you don't become fast about it, by the time you realize somebody has taken the place. So I go. I think about it for like 3, 4 days. I'm like, okay, this is in town, is in Jolu. 1,000 for a month for a year. Okay, makes sense. Let me just pay for it. I pay for it based off of the fact that they said they are going to fix all this. I have a conversation with the landlord and he said, yeah, he's coming to fix the water. And so I'm like, okay, then I'll give you a call when I'm ready to come and pay. I'll come and pay. I said, okay. I go there, I meet him, I pay for the place. I think I paid for the place a few days before my birthday last year. So I paid for the place and then I tell him that I'm gonna move in next month, and he says, "Oh, the water is going to be fixed by the time I move in." Mind you, I moved in November 9th and November 4th. Yes, November 4th, 2024. And according to the landlord, he was going to even fix the water issues before November. So tell me why I get there November 4th. God bless God, though, because then I'm like, okay, let me take some gallons of water from where I'm coming from. Because Pentex too, there was some form of water issues, and that's the reason why I wasn't so convinced about this place. Because Pentex, Ghana water comes there, all right, but it doesn't come every day. It comes once in a while, like once in like 2 weeks, sometimes in a month, but not, it's not coming. So it became a problem for me. That's why Sphinx was a problem for me, one, and second, I also needed somewhere in town. So now I've paid for the place. I've come 4th November and the place is not fixed. Mind you, the agent was the one that actually I contracted again to paint the place and fix all electrical way there because I didn't want it to go far so that the man would be like, I've spoiled something or I've done this or I've done that. So his own person is the person I used to do the thing, like paint the place, like fix electrical things, like my lights, my things, everything. He did everything, right? Good. Now I moved in and the water is not coming. I came with 2 gallons of water from Sphinx, so that's what I'm using in the beginning. I kept on calling the man and trying to ask him why the water has not been fixed. And he said that he had paid some people to come and fix the water or come and do the borehole because Ghana water doesn't work there. That people that stayed there were not paying their bills. So Ghana water came to cut the water and he's starting to do borehole for the building. So I'm like, okay, borehole makes sense. Borehole is going to be accessible. It's going to be available every day. So I then move in and November, this man has not done it. He's doing back and forth with me. Now in December, my brother was getting married, right? So now I had to go back home to Bogoso. Before I left, I spoke to this man and I'm like, Papa, the water has still not come. Respectfully, you know I told you. And I told this man that if he doesn't fix the water, I am going to take my money. He agreed and said, yes, if I don't fix it, you can take your money and leave. And that, I think that was assurance enough for me, coupled with the fact that I was told that the man lived in America before. Assuming that, yeah, because the system in America worked, his head was going to work for me to be able to live peacefully as I want, not knowing that I am biting myself in the ass. Ah, God have mercy. December has come. This man is not still doing the thing. I keep on going back to him, talking to him. Sir, please, can you help me fix this? Can you help me do this? I need the water to come. I need to start recording. All this time I was recording in the studio at the office. Right, good. So now I want to bring people on. Whenever I'm shooting in the office, I'm more or less not too comfortable because I don't have the setup I want. I don't, those kind of things. And it's not my office's fault. I can't get what I want. It's a space they're using for their business. So it makes sense. I mean, I understand them and everything. So now I've talk. I'm tired. And I asked the man, sir, are you coming to do this? He said, oh, they are still not coming. So the bulb that he has paid are still not coming. So if I can get somebody to come and do it. This was in December before I traveled back home. My brother got married on the 22nd of December. I will not forget this. My brother got married on 2nd of December 2024. And so I left Accra, I think 20th or 21st. Yeah, one of those days. Before I left, I found somebody who uses a drilling machine and everything, like the drilling truck and things. I asked him, he gave me an estimate. I gave it to this man. He really said the estimate I'm giving him, the balance I'm giving him, or the guy I'm talking about give him is even lower than the one he paid for. This man can lie. I said, okay. Now, Give me the money. In fact, I even said, let me connect you to this man so that you pay directly, the person come and do the job. He said, oh no, the person will come. When the person comes, then the person does the job. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, now give me a day for the person to come. That once became a problem. Drag, drag, drag. I traveled. I came back still. Drag, 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 drag. Oh, December has ended. Drag, 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 drag. January is about to end. And I said, star, if you're not going to give me my fix the water, then give me my money. Let me move. Because I'm wasting time here. I paid for 1 year. I need to work and make money off the money I've paid here so that I can pay for more. If you can't fix the water, give me my money. Let me leave. This man agrees and said, okay, let's have a meeting and solve this water issue once and for all. I say, okay, that's fine. Let's meet. We have a meeting. In fact, the day he called for the meeting, if he didn't show up. The following day, I'm at the office and then the agent calls me that the man said he's ready for the meeting. I leave the office. I call a friend of mine to be a witness. I show up for the meeting. Now this man says, I'm giving him too much pressure about the thing. And so he wants to give me my money. Mind you, I was there in November. So December, January, that's 2 months. We are entering into February. Now he has to give me 9,000 Ghana cedis because 12,000, 2,000 is already gone off it. I'm going to be, no, he even said that I was there November, December, January, go to 3 months. 12,000, 3,000 is gone. So now he has to give me 9,000. When we met, he said, yeah, he's going to give me the 9,000. So from the time we met, he was not going to deduct money from the rent. So he gives me the money. So whenever he gives me the money, he's going to give me 9,000 cedis. Then he gave me a day. So he told me that a week from the time we had the meeting, the 1 week came, this man did not give me my money. Did not even have the decency to call me to tell me that, oh, can you give me extra time or this happened or that happened? I had to now be chasing the agents and chasing the man. After chasing both of them, the man comes to tell me that I should give him till February ending. I said, no problem. February ending it is. At this point, I think I had started getting frustrated about the fact that one, the man is disrespectful. Two, I had started hearing things like, that's his behavior. That's what he does. He will tell you that he will fix the water. It's the gimmick he uses to get people to rent the place. And after renting the place, more or less like you've paid your money again. What you do is your business. I'm not going to mind you. I'm going to frustrate you. But he didn't know that me, I'm not the type that you can use your mouth to say something and not do it. Right? So now give me 9,000. It's becoming a problem. February has ended. March. We are in March and I've told him that, listen, now I'm not going to be playing with you. You're giving me my money or it's going to be something else. I'm not going to be doing this with you. And all this time, right, I had started packing my things. My mattress literally on the floor, right? Good. In the process of all this, we are in March. I'm going back and forth with him. Now, in that same March, I meet someone, right? Because I was single, living my life and all that. So I met someone in March. I'm trying to get to know this person. The very first day, this guy came to pick me up from my place for us to go and hang out on our very first, should I call it a date or hangout? When I step out of my place, the first thing he says is, I like to feel now. I'm like, hey, what are you talking about? Apparently, he had a friend that came to pay for a place in that same building and the man had given it to multiple people. So it's not a matter of him scamming me about the water issues. It's also a matter of him scamming other people, giving out the place to multiple people sometimes at a go. And then people coming to fight just to get access to places they paid for. The things I heard then when I was investigating him after I had already paid, I feel like I give people so much benefit of the doubt that I do investigations after, which is I need to take accountability for that because that was a stupid thing to do. Now I'm starting to do the investigations. I'm starting to get scared, get paranoid. So now the pressure to him is getting more. Like, sir, give me my money. Let me go. Give my money. Let me go. Mind you, the day the guy came to pick me up and then like he said, Lajife now, he said, this your money, you will not get it. And I told him that you're joking. I will take my money from this man and I will go. We laughed about it. That's it. First date, my house business is not your business. We just met. Let's vibed, and it was one of the most amazing nights of my life. Really. So now, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, give my money, give my money, give my money. I think March was about to end. And now it has gotten to the extent where people were even advising me to go and bring bojo boys to come and like make noise to be able to get the money, because that's the only thing he's scared of. That allegedly he has people at rent control. Allegedly he has paid people, like he has paid the police people in Jowulukoto, Babi, Nima police station, all those places. If you go, the case will be foolish case. That is what I had heard. I had not experienced it yet. But then people that were telling me, multiple people, not just one person, multiple people, it was that bad. So now I'm pushing, pushing, pushing. I'm not getting anything. And then March almost ending, this man tells the agent to tell me that I'm putting too much pressure on him on top of my own money. So he has deducted March from the rent. I think he has deducted February and March. Yes, he had deducted February and March. So instead of now giving me 9,000, he says he'll give me 7,000. I said, what? I'm not going to take the 7,000. I'm not taking the 7,000. Mind you, not the guy and I had started also dating officially. Okay. See, say that it was short, but when I meet somebody and the way is clicking, I give myself that opportunity to love, to feel loved, to have somebody in my life. It's me. I know a lot of people are going to say, that's too quick. You fall in love too quick. But yeah, that's me. So period. When my heart gets booking, so I get booking. Yeah, it happens. So now I call this guy and then we are talking about it, right? And I've got him right now. I'm so frustrated about it. So I get my mom involved. My mom tells me that, okay, then get your uncle involved because my uncle is a lawyer. Get him involved. Let's see what we can do. So then I tell the agent to tell the man that if he doesn't give me my money, I'm taking my Nike. If he doesn't give me my Nike, I'm taking him to court. I'm taking him to stress control. I'm taking it to police, that kind of conversation. This agent tells me that the landlord, and I think the agent was not supposed to tell me. It was more or less like a slip of tongue with you on the back again. They just tells me that the landlord said when I was paying the money, there was no lawyer there. So what makes me think that a lawyer can come and tell him what to do now? Hey, this shit pissed me off. Now I call my guy and then we start talking, right? And I tell him that the man said he'll give me 7K. And then he says, take the money and walk away. Take the money and move. I will add up. We'll sort it out together. I'm like, this guy. I did not tell you this for you to come and give me money to pay my rent. This, that. But then I had constantly had conversations with other, like, some friends, and basically I've been told that I use a lot of masculine energy. When I have men in my life, I don't allow them to take care of me, or I don't allow them to pamper me. I behave like a man, like I have masculine energy in me too much. I should use some form of feminine energy. I should allow my feminine energy to come out, right? Good. So now I'm like, should I take this money? Should I just listen to this guy? Should I be obedient? Should I just respect it? So I just said, you know what? Let me just do it. Let me just give him the respect. So I just told him that, okay, babe, I've heard you. I did not even start to fight him about it. So I called the agent and I'm like, okay, you said the man said you give me 7,000 cedis. Thank God for the man in my life now. He said, give me the money and let me leave. He'll give me the rest. This agent tells me that, okay, he's going to call the man and get back to me. He calls the man and the man tells him that it was in the morning that the 7K was available. As at the time I'm calling him, and it was, I think, after 3, that as at the time we were talking, the money was not available again. The 7K, quote unquote, the 7K that he had was not available again. I said, this man, what are you talking about? So then he tells me that the money was going to be available on Monday. Then I tell them that, listen, Monday, don't let me pick my phone to call you. Be a reasonable person and call me to come and collect my money. Monday comes, I did not get a call. Monday was the straw for me. Then I went downstairs and started making noise. Mind you, my guy, because he had already encountered the man before, knew that the man had another house somewhere. So those times when we were doing our talking stage, he took me there. He drove me there and said, this is the man's second house. So if you can't find him in where you are, in the building you are, because he has a second wife in that building, he's a Muslim. If you can't find him there, go to this place. You will see him. So Monday, I was in my building. I was not hearing from him. I stood out there and stood out there and stood out there screaming and shouting, and his second wife was hearing me. The following day, because then he didn't come and give me the money, he didn't do anything. So the following day, I went straight to the second house and stood there. Whilst I was there, me going alone as a woman was not it for me, because I feel like if he catches me and wants to do anything to me, he can't. So I made some calls to get a guy to come with me. My man was not in question here, because I did not want to get him involved when it comes to, all that. So now I go there, it rains, the guy doesn't show up, but I make sure that the man sees that I'm there. I'm opposite his building, I'm not close to his building. So now he can't do me anything. He can't go and tell anybody that I'm trespassing. He can't do me shilly. All he can do is to lock his doors because he's scared. Right, good. So he started locking his doors when he saw me, and me, I saw him, but I pretended like I did not see him. That evening, Seth, I did not even sleep in that house. My man came to pick me up, and I went to his house. And I stayed in his house. The following morning, he dropped me off. I, I think I had my bath. No, I had my bath at his end or so. Oh no, either I bath at my place or I bath at his place, but I came to change in my place. And then this man calls me, threatening me that me, I'm a journalist, yet still I can go to somebody's house without authority. Plenty talking. And I said, man, I did not come to your house. I did not come to your house. I was opposite your house. That part of the house is not your property. Or that part I was standing in your property. If you feel like I'm frustrating, give me my money. Started threatening me. I'm living in his house and I'm giving like this. Don't I know he's older than me? And me, I told him that you can be old and foolish at the same time. And that he is the most foolish, oldest person I've met in this world. And that's because of the way he's handling the whole issue. Give me my money. You can't have the money now. You want to humble yourself. You now you want to be rude to me. You now, kind of landlords do we have in Accra? I am going to say this. God has a special place in hell for landlords in Accra. I promise you. God has a special place in hell for landlords in Accra. When you wake up in the morning, take a few seconds, sit on your bed and see Accra landlords and agents. Because some of the agents, they know what the landlord is doing. Pretend like they don't know and take your agent. If you are looking for a place in John and you see any agent called Victor, I know that the man has other agents on call, but I dealt with Victor. Victor will take, oh God. If Victor takes you to any building in Joan that belongs to a man called Alachi, long or tall building, very tall, I think four or so, the man has multiple buildings in Joan. Please run. Run. Based off of my experience, run. Last, March is ending. I'm ready to take my money. Give me my money, let me go. I think the straw was because a young guy called me that lived in one of Alaji's houses. And apparently the guy was supposed to give Alaji some money, and the money was not ready yet. And the time for him to pay the money was not even up. But because of the pressure I was giving to him, he went to give the guy pressure, and the guy called me. And the guy was like, you know what? Stand down for me, for my sake. Just stand down. Let me sort this out. When I get the money and I give it to you, give it to me. Like, when I get the money, you give it to him, you give it to you. But now he's putting pressure on me. The agent called me to tell me that, no, the man said he has my money. So I shouldn't listen to the guy. Meanwhile, that day, still the money did not come. So what had to happen was that I had to go to rent. Well, now shout out to rent control. Because, I said earlier that I heard that the man had paid some people off as rent control. Now, when I got there, I was treated well. They welcomed me. I sat down. I told them my story. But I think I clocked something. I think I clocked something. It could be me overthinking. It could be me thinking too much about the situation. But the lady that took my statement, right, after she took my statement and she gave me my letter to give to one of the ladies to also sign or something, and I had to pay for filing fee 150 at rent control. So if you know you're going to go to rent control to resolve an issue, know that you're going to pay for filing fee, right? Good. So I paid, I think 150 or 200. Yeah, 150. And I heard something about, is it this person's, like this person case now about Nana. I may be right or wrong, but I had like something case in our banana, right? I behave like I did not hear. It's either I confirmed in that moment that this man actually had people at rent control or not. I don't know. But before I even went there, that was what I heard. So me in my head, I was so vigilant. I was trying to hear, like, listen, would anybody make any mistake and say something like, do you get it? But 100% I was treated well. They took my statements, they gave me multiple letters to go and serve this man. I go home, I'm trying to serve this man, and this man is waiting in his house. I called, I knock, nobody answered. I called the agents to come and meet me and call them out to come and take the petition letter because this is what is going to happen. Since you people have not given me man 7,000 or the 7K you claim you want to give me now, you've not given it to me. Now I want to take my 9K again. I don't want the 7K, I want 9K. Immediately, the agent's head went control. He started shaking. I sensed the fear in his voice right there and then. He started doing, the man said he has 4,000 every month. You add the rest and give it to tomorrow. Plenty talking. So now, even that day again, I did not sleep in my house. I still slept in my man's house. Now, that Friday, I had so much plans. I had an event to go. That holiday, because it was a long holiday started from Friday. I had so much plans. I was supposed to go for a creators event, right? I was supposed to go for a creators event. I couldn't go because of this man. And then he called me that the agent called me that the money was ready, that the man said, and this is it. Me, I thought I was going to take the money and start looking for a place and then move. The agent said the man said take the money. No, the man said move your things out and take your money. So right that they had to move the things out and take the 7K. When the money came, it was still not 7K. It was 6,850. I took the money and I left. I packed the things right there. They had to make some calls to get where I'll keep those things. I kept those things, and the plan was for me to go and stay at my man's end for the couple of days that I would need to sort this out. And then by the time I finished packing my things and moving the things, cast the location I was going to stay, my man's house, cast. Cast because there was some things going on in his house, personal issue. I can't sit here and talk about it. That's his personal issue. Yeah. So now I can't go and stay there again. I started looking for Airbnbs. I was not getting Airbnb. Me bray. As at 10 p.m. Now I didn't know where I was going to sleep. As at 10 p.m. I didn't know where I was going to sleep. So now my boyfriend called me and told me that, oh, he has booked a hotel somewhere. So I should go be in that hotel till he resolves what's going on in his house. And that too was never resolved. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, people were going to go to work. I didn't have where else to stay. I was living in a hotel as a Monday. I checked out of that hotel on Monday. And then I had to make a call to an old friend to allow me put my clothes at the end. Because the idea was not to go and stay at the end, but put my clothes at the end. I put my clothes there. I thought I was going to get a place immediately. I had to stay at a place for 3 weeks. I pitched at a place for 3 weeks looking for a place now. And I finally got a place. And I mean, I was very paranoid because now I wanted to be sure of the things the agents were saying and things. So picking a place was a problem. I was paranoid, I was scared, I was traumatized basically. But I finally got a place and I paid for the place. And then I moved into the place. The day I moved into the place, my boyfriend broke up with me. The day I moved into the place, my boyfriend broke up with me. I dated this guy for a month. Just so you know, he actually did what he said he was going to do. He gave me 10,000 cedis to add the money I had to get and the place. And I did. I'm grateful for what he did, but he has hurt me. The money is not, I mean, I don't care about the money. The fact that he made me love him and he hurts me. That is what is hurting me. So yeah, the broken heart is true. The homelessness is true. But I'm back now. I'm back now. I'm back now. Yes. We're going to go through a lot of stories together. But today, this episode is basically me telling you where I've been and what has been going on in my life. It's been a horrible few months, but I'm back. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and then share. We're going to go through some stories in the next episode. But this episode is basically me telling you what has been going on in my life and why I haven't been posting. So I hope that you've been able to understand me. You'll be able to understand it from my point of view. Yeah, basically. So that was what happened with me. That was what has been going on with me. So I'm back on a single train, but I'm not ready to mingle. Nobody should come to my DM. I don't want to hear because you men I've shown you, baby. I asked this man what I have done. He said, you've not done anything. It's just wrong timing. So you did not know it was wrong timing when you were telling me that I was a woman. Hey, the thing has gone. Hey, I'll see you in the next episode, you guys. Bye.